Yeah, Shalom, Shalom. We the Hebrew Israelites from the camp GMS Cleveland. I got the brother, I'm the brother Bakar. I got the brother Napash.
Shalom.
Got the brother Yawasop.
Shalom, shalom.
And before we get started, we gonna give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Akak, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect that preaches truth across the four corners of the earth. And this in transit, and we gonna speak on one of the major prophecies that's about to soon come to pass, man, which is that RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. It's gonna be mandatory real soon, and they doing little things that's leading up to this chip being mandatory. But with that, we go into these articles and pull out some scriptures, and Lord willing, this will be edifying.
This is an article out of the Economics Times. It's economictimes.com. It says politics and nation. I'm having trouble pronouncing this. It looks like UP cops to use RF tags for children under 14 years old. I can't pronounce this. It's Raji. I know it's in India. It says, with a view to tracing the children lost during the massive congregation here, the Uttar Pradesh police will be using RFID radio frequency identification tags for kids under 14 years old.
Right. It said they're gonna use RFID. Say it again.
RFID tags for kids under 14 years old.
Right, RFID tags. That radio frequency identification. They go use. It's gonna be mandatory for everybody under 14 to have these RFID tags in India.
Well, now, like you said, now they might not be injecting you with it yet. You know what I mean? But it's funny because the next article goes into that. But it's like kind of like those. I guess I'm assuming it's kind of like the credit cards, how they got the chip inside the card, getting you used to actually dealing with that chip. So that tag might be a tag. I mean, when we read more into the article, it's going to explain it better. But I'm assuming it's probably something that you're wearing, or it might be a badge, or like a little the RFID tag. I mean, it might be it's a tag.
And Salaki, and that remind me of this. Basically, it was this commercial that came out in 2017. It was these jersey shirts. They were selling these jersey shirts, and basically it had like a it had the chip on it, like a little scan at the bottom of the shirt, and you was able to if I'm not mistaken, buy stuff with it, or basically the shirt had the chip on it. It was like a little scan, came out a couple years ago, but that remind me of that, what you talking about, because like I said, it might be a tag that they wearing on, but it's still that radio, it's still that identification, that chip though, man.
Well, I can believe what you just said. Not to digress, I'm gonna just say this and then we'll get back to the article, because I forgot what company made, but it's a company that made a tuxedo that had all kind of RFID chips in it. And like you said, you could do like I'm gonna try and look it up before the lesson over with. But continuing with the article, it says, is the biggest congregation in which over 12 crore people are expected to take part over the next 50 days, with a view to ensuring that children do not get lost. We will be using RFID tags on kids under 14. Attending the State Director General of Police, Op Singh, told here on Monday. He said, for the purpose, the department has collaborated with Vodafone, which has agreed to coordinate, and 40,000 RFID tags will be used.
Damn. They said 40,000 though.
That's because this is a big festival. It's a heathen festival. But just see, the thing is, this is spirit though, because when you go into like India is pushing that technology heavy. That's why like India is the new city for like the wealthy, super wealthy. You know what I'm saying? Like they got like 6-star hotels, and like they got just like they building India up, like Dubai. Like that's
richest country in the world right now.
It says RFID is a form of wireless communication that incorporates the as it goes into them smart cities and whatnot. Because the smart cities, that's how they're going to be able to keep track of everything, you know what I'm saying? With the 5G network and them RFID chips, you know what I'm saying? And what, Siri? You got it,
You got the, alright, get that scripture, then get the Amazon article.
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Right, man. This chip, the mark of the beast, gonna be mandatory. You know, and they doing little things like that, having athletes, you know, take the mark of the chip for drug tests and, you know, different other things, man. They trying to get people used to this new technology, you know, so when they make it mandatory, everybody gonna be used to it and everybody gonna have it. So everybody go accept it, you know?
Can I say this real hard?
Go ahead.
Real quick, it's like you said, they're getting people conditioned, because it's like with the Iron Man shit, you know what I mean? Like, they show you, you know, I remember within the last, 10 years, so many movies that's showing, you know, electroskeletons or exoskeletons, you know, and the thing is, because it's lightweight like psychology and it's witchcraft, because they prepare your mind for it. That's why, you know, like, because when you find out they really got exoskeletons, it ain't gonna bug you out as much, you know what I mean? Like,
they do have those, actually.
Yeah, God. DARPA created them. I'm doing a series out of the book of DARPA, like all the shit DARPA. You'll be surprised what all DARPA came up with, but not to digress. I got the other article when you're ready, brother.
Pull it up.
This is another article. That one, out of Economic Times, was, I think, dated January 18th or 19th. This one is CNBC. It's dated Saturday, January 18th, 2020. CNBC Tech, Amazon reportedly wants to turn your hand into a credit card.
Right.
The article is by Emma Newberger.
That's a spirit, because Amazon's the big thing everybody, you know, into. Everybody shop, you know, and Amazon, like Amazon Prime, give you deals, and Whole Foods, the grocery store Whole Foods, is clicked up with Amazon Prime.
That's a huge distributor. But I don't know, you kind of young, y'all brothers kind of young, but it's this movie called The Fifth Element with fucking Bruce Willis, and it even had Chris Tucker, little faggot ass in there. He didn't wear a dress, but he looked like he was. You had to watch the movie. Long story short, if you see the movie, you will see how they had society where, you know, he was a taxi cab driver, but basically he could look out his front porch and you would see how they was delivering people's packages. You know how like Amazon got the drones and they want to one day deliver your packages with the drones. So, you know what I mean? Like, they already pre-programming you for all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you stated earlier. You want me to start with the article? It says key points. Technology giant Amazon is working to allow customers to connect their credit card information to their hands. The Wall Street Journal reported. Bullet point 2, the company has reportedly begun working with Visa on testing out the terminals and has discussed the projects with MasterCard, JP Morgan Chase, Wells Fargo, and pronounce this. Synchrony Financial. Well, I know all the names of the other ones. So those are big major financial institutions.
Big businesses, you know, they enforcing this chip through these big businesses. So if the big businesses get it, guess what? All the other businesses go get it. You know,
it's basically like how they did with the flat screen TV. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, they made you basically have to get the flat. You know what I mean? Like
right. Right. I see what you're saying.
What else you gonna do? They hold the patent and control the technology. You know what I mean?
Right.
The last bullet point says Amazon has already filed a patent for a non-contact biometric identification system that features a hand scanner to produce a picture of a person's palm. So we take time to think about this. They already patented this.
Right.
So therefore, this is time. It's kind of like with Trump when he signed all those executive orders. It's just now starting to take effect with people losing their food stamps and all that shit. And he did that his first, week in office. So things take time, but it's coming nonetheless. Article starts, it says, technology giant Amazon is working to allow customers to connect their credit card information to their hands. so that they can scan for purchases with their palms at checkout areas and physical stores. People familiar with the project told the Wall Street Journal. It says while Amazon's plan is in the early stages, the company has reportedly begun working with Visa on testing of the terminals and has discussed the project. And this is just the same information with MasterCard.
Right, but see, like the point is, you know, Sleazy Ego make this chip mandatory, you know, real soon. You know, even though it's taking time, but it's gonna shortly come, because that's prophecy, you know. But
let me read them. Lucky not to, but let me read the last 3 paragraphs when you're ready. We can end the article.
Go ahead.
It says the company already has major plans to expand its Amazon Go stores. And if anybody's familiar with the Amazon Go stores, what? They're basically cashless. And what? The Amazon Go stores, you do all the shopping by yourself, right?
Right.
Because it ain't nobody in there, just scan everything.
Yeah, I just seen this thing at Walmart. He was telling me how they getting rid of the cashiers. It's gonna be self-checkout now.
I remember you speaking on that last week. So just imagine all them dumbass people that slave for Walmart about to be out of job. It's Amazon Go stores, which allows shoppers to buy without cashiers or checkouts, as well as its voice payment services called Amazon Pay. That's the spirit. So I just spoke on it before this. Amazon will have to address concerns from car issuers and customers over how terminals will detect fraud and the amount of personal information the company will receive from the scans. But 9 times out of 10, they're going to have all your information, because you got to remember, RFID chips hold medical information. Like if you ever go to the hospital nowadays, they can scan just that barcode and pull up your medical history. Data collected from the terminals will be stored on Amazon's cloud and used to study consumer Amazon.com spending habits, according to the journal. That's pretty much it.
Get to Revelations.
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
Right, and did we not just see that in the Amazon article? They trying to make their credit cards be in their hands. You know, roughly paraphrasing, but hey, that's what's about to come. They want this chip inside everybody's body so they could track them. You know, hey, so they could be everybody's God, man, because that's Esau's plan. He want to be the Most High, so he gotta find any type of way to control everybody, so he could be like the Most High. Keep going.
I'll bring out a precept before you. Well, you can finish it.
Yeah, just finish it to the end.
Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that hath the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Keep going.
Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
Right, man. You know, hey, that's the number of the beast. That's on the barcode 666, you know, and that chip gonna be the new way to purchase and buy things, man. You know, it's gonna be mandatory.
Go ahead. I was just you made me think of something. I remember it was one of the elder apostles was saying, if you go into the guy that actually came up with the design of the chip, you go into his name. I think each letter in each one, he got 3 names, and all of them got 6 letters in them or some shit like that. So, you know, just a piece of, I ain't gonna say useless information, but it's intriguing information nonetheless. You know what I'm saying? Like everything happened through the spirit. Like I ain't gonna say a nomen omen, but you know what I mean? Like everything was already set up beforehand. Like the Most High already knew who was gonna come up with that chip. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? So, can I bring out this Ezekiel though? Because you're speaking of how this Edomite, Sleazy E, wanna basically, he wanna be, you know, gods over everybody on the planet, you know, in their mind they feel they God. This is book of Ezekiel chapter 28 verse 2. Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrese. And you know, this is a twofold script, because you know it was Prince of Tyrese, but you know the modern Prince of Tyrese is Esau or Sleazy E. You know what I'm saying? Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God. I sit in the seat of God, and the midst of the sea, yet thou art a man. And who is the man that has exalted himself to on God? Like, I mean, you know, when you take time to think about it, you know, Esau on the left-hand side do know some shit. You know what I mean? Like, once I finish this book, I'm gonna allow you to let a brother read it, because, you know, like, when you take the time to think about, like, just a nuke, you know, like, I didn't even know about this by getting that book. They got a nuke. They had a pocket nuke. It's called the Davy Crockett. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers got pocket nukes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, so, I mean, you know, in a way, you know, on the left-hand side, you know, he does have, you know, some power. But at the end of the day, he wants to be omnipotent. He wants to, that's what the whole point of this chip is. He want to know where you at all times. You know, you think that chip is just going to track you?
No, control you.
Shit, not just control you, but they said shit. Who was that? What's his name? The man that made Trading Places, that came out and snitched on the Rockefellers that ended up dead. The one that directed Trading Places or produced it. He said basically when he exposed that one of the Rockefellers said they wanted to chip everybody. I think they said if you basically they could turn off the chip, so they could turn it off where you can't function, or they could actually like. Basically, the chip can have like some kind of dosage of. Basically, because you got to remember, your body has electrical charge, so they were saying that it could be designed to where they'll fuck with the charge and kill you. You know what I'm saying? So, Salakia, I'm gonna bring back. It says, "I am a God. I sit in the seat of God in the midst of the seas. Yet thou art a man, and not God, though thou set thy heart as the heart of God." So at the end of the day, you know, this man thinks he's God, but, you know, he's not a God. He's going to see that, you know. It tells you in Scripture, I'm going to get the verse real quick. Verse 3, "Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There's no secret that they can't hide from thee." And like I was just speaking on, at the end of the day, you know, they got a lot of knowledge, but like the brother brought out, I forgot what elder, he said how, you know, they got wisdom and knowledge on the left-hand side. The difference between us and them is they got wisdom and knowledge, but we have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding on the right. See, it's one thing to be able to create something like a nuke, but not understanding, or like for instance, like when they created plastic or aluminum, when they came, you know, fluoride is a derivative or a byproduct of aluminum. I work at an aluminum foundry. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's funny. It's a byproduct of aluminum. So when they created that, they created a hazardous thing as well that they can't get rid of. So how do they get rid of it? They put it in your toothpaste.
Yeah. Calm.
So, I mean, you know, not to digress, to keep this going, though. So, like I said, I just brought that scripture out because he's talking about how you want to be God.
All right, Con. I get the judgment of the chip. 14:9.
Judgment Esau shit.
Con, why spirit? I'm about to say that when he put it out.
This is Revelation chapter 14, verse 9. "And the third angel falleth them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb."
Right, so you get the chip, you're going to get destroyed, man. You're going to get that same judgment as your father, the devil, Sleazy E. You know, you go burn up, man, by them nuclear missiles. You know, this is what's going to happen. You go feel yourself burning up. You go feel your spirit burning up, you know. And it ain't going to be nothing you going to be able to do about it. You going to have to just go through that fire, man. Literally, man, you know. So what we telling you is to don't take the chip. And if you do, destruction is coming your way. But yeah, Lord willing, this was edifying. With that, we're going to close out, giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom and the Bad Babal.